Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet, Madden 17, Pittsburgh Steelers Franchise, episode 18, and we are in the playoffs. Yes, we are, and we have a bye week here coming up as we're in the wild card round, and we'll see who those wild card teams are here in a while. But take a look at our injury report here. So far, we have, honestly, we've had a great year. 14-1. Going into the playoffs, we lost that one game that we did lose back in Week 15 against the Bengals in Cincinnati, and it was about time for that to happen. Really, we had many weeks that we were bending too much, and the defense just was falling apart, and that game just did us in. There was nothing we could fight back with. But take a look here at some of the statistics for the season so far, for the regular season. And then, of course, the big name right there, Ben Roethlisberger there, says it all. I mean, I can't even spell that, but Ben Roethlisberger, over 6,000 yards for the year, 56 touchdowns. That is an NFL record for him this season. Great job. So congrats to Ben. He definitely should be a shoo-in for MVP this season. Breaking records from left and right. Another guy who broke records, there you see Ladarius Green, 2,126 yards, 20 touchdowns there. He almost had the reception record there, which was held by the Dallas Cowboys tight end, Jason Witten there this season. But he did break Jerry Rice's record for season most reception yards of the season. So congratulations to him. Antonio Brown, not so much of a good season this year. There you see 636 yards, 6 touchdowns. Of course, he's out for the next 2 weeks now. So we won't have him back probably until the championship game, if we make it that far. So it's been a tough year, to say the least, but to be quite honest, I mean, with all the injuries, we've had a lot of injuries because of injury bugs and whatnot. And that's going to happen. Week to week, you're going to have guys who's going to get banged up and injured. And that happened way too much this season, especially with our running game. I was getting really scared about that because, if you guys don't know already from past franchises here on the channel. But to me, the running game is the bread and butter. To me, that's your go-to to really for anything, passing game, to really help out the quarterback, so you don't have your quarterback throwing 40, 50, 60 times a game, which I realize I've been really reducing that here by doing that. So, but when that happens too, you got guys on the defense that have to play a lot more because the quarterback has to go down the field quicker, and so it means defense will have to get back on the field sooner and all that kind of stuff. So to me, as I said, your bread and butter is your offensive line, but most importantly, your halfbacks, in my opinion. But there you see some of the defensive numbers there for this year, and we had some pretty good guys there. We got Moats and William Gay and several others who've just been doing really great this year when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. Of course, the old timer there, James Harrison. We of course didn't re-sign him because he's honestly, I think he's going to retire after this year. If we get to the chance to win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl, either way, I think he will retire. I don't see him sticking around for another year. So we got to start working on possibly getting another linebacker out there that can really punish guys out there. Just like he did. Maybe not exactly like a James Harrison, but a James Harrison-like. We do have some of those on our board there. Now, I know I've been getting questions about that, and there will be eventually a video about our board, our draft board, what it looks like and whatnot, here in the near future. So we'll get into more of that here as we get closer to the off-season stuff. So I do have some stuff put together and stuff like that for you guys when it comes to that. But I didn't want to do that and bog that down because that's just too much. I got too much else going on in my regular life. So trying to put something together like that in this Pittsburgh Steelers franchise during the season, all that kind of stuff, it wouldn't work out. But there you see some of the punting numbers there for this season, and then of course we had one kickoff return that we had this past year, but nothing in the punt game. Now we're gonna go ahead and take a look around the league here, and you guys can pause the video and see what players did where. But for the most part, I think really truly Ben Roethlisberger will be a guy that will be hands down he will be our MVP of the team. Not to mention the MVP of the league. I mean, he has been setting records left and right when passing yards, touchdowns. He even had the most interceptions this year, which is, I always try to avoid double-digit numbers when it comes to interceptions, but it happens. Sometimes, it just happens because, defense does a great job of covering and watching the quarterback, from every move he makes. And then there's some bonehead plays that I've made that it just didn't go as well as I thought it would. So, but yeah, he has 21 interceptions for the year, so that's the most, I think, from him. I think he did have the most. The running game this year, honestly, I think we could have been up there with if we had Bell, from the get-go. But if you look here, Bell, I mean, you see Daniels Williams 711 yards, Bell 684. I mean, he is right up there, and he last couple of games now, last 3 or 4 games he's been in. He's got up there quickly. So, I mean, he could easily be a 1,000-yard rusher this season. But with the injuries that we had and, him being gone for, 4 or 5 weeks there, it just really hurts. And hopefully he'll be healthy and ready to go for next season. This year, just the injury bugs on our team, man. Simply was just hurting us. Especially, like I said, it really hurt us there in the running game. I have to give big props to D'Angelo Williams, where he just, I wouldn't be surprised he does not come back next season because he was asked to do a lot there. And he had a good run there, but finally defenses figured out what he was doing. And, and not to mention just that, but also the offensive line was just having a tough time because, we were more, I think the offensive line felt more comfortable blocking for Bell than they did for Williams, and Williams doesn't have that explosive speed. He doesn't have that run truck ability. I take that back. He does have explosive speed, but he just doesn't have trucking ability. And I had a hard time trying to maneuver him around, guys and stuff like that. So for the most part here, he did what he needed to do. He needed to be a backup and play as a backup and do what he needed to do with his type of game he plays. So that helps us out for the most part. And like I said, next year I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't return. And I got somewhat of a plan for him and his ability, for his position for another running back there. But it's been a year. I know for sure for him, and I think he's very happy now that he's not playing that big role, doesn't have that big responsibility as the premier halfback that he had to play as for the majority part of the season. So take a look here, looking at blocking, and of course now looking at the defense. And Ryan Shazier, I would definitely say he's our defensive player, or most valuable player for the defense side of the ball. He just had a great year tackling. Didn't have the great year like in sacks. Now I will say Kawhi Leonard, on the other hand, or not Kawhi Leonard, excuse me, wrong sport. Mack. Mack for the Raiders. He definitely had a great year. He broke the season record for sacks, of course, held by Michael Strahan. and I think he had 28. You'll see it here in a bit. Had the most sacks of the season, but yeah, he had a big year in sacks. I don't know why I was saying Kawhi Leonard for. Got my mind on basketball right now. I'm trying to work on for that series there. But I bet Mac had a great year. We'll see here in just a bit. Yeah, there you see 28 sacks there, and just great season. Now him and the Raiders are going to be in the playoffs, and we'll see if we have to face them. And it looks like there might be a good chance that we may have to face them, or we could have to face the Bengals. So it's going to be either way. Either team we play is going to be very interesting playing either one of them. So, but we'll show you that here in just a bit. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this season, the whole idea of this franchise, playing this franchise that I wanted to do, was really work on the defense, and we're getting there. We're getting that defense stronger. I see that this past game we gave up 27 points, but at the same time we were able to stop them. We were able to stop them not from scoring, in the fourth quarter, not get that garbage points there. Just we got guys. We're subbing guys in and out more often for the defense so they can get experience. And really keeping guys, to be honest, be fresh on the field. Offense is taking their time going down the field, especially when you have a drive where we just get beat up defensively. The defense gets really hammered and whatnot. So giving that defense that time to recharge the batteries and refocus and getting themselves together, that really helps out us in the long run there. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, like I said, this season we've had a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and I'm sure this is how this second half of this season is going to be, the playoffs. It's going to be very interesting. You got a lot of good teams out there, and especially with a team that only lost one game out of the whole year, we definitely have our target on our back here. And there's going to be some teams that are like, hey, you guys lost one. You guys survived and only lost one game out of the whole year. Yeah, but I mean, we had that Dallas game that hands down we should have lost, but we got lucky with the bad play calling there from them, and just they're getting overexcited and just trying to stomp us out there. What else? There was another. I want to say there was at least another 2 to 3 other games that we played this past season that we should have lost. I think Dallas is definitely one we should have lost. What was the other? There was another. I can't think of the other 2. But yeah, we should have lost at least 4 games this year. But our team. I gotta say we're troopers. We're not gonna take any crap. We're not gonna roll over and just say, hey, go ahead and take this victory from us. We really worked on it, worked hard on it, and I'm proud of our guys. So hopefully we can continue that whole, and mainly just be a lot more firm, a lot, when it comes to the defensive play, just being right in their faces, get pressure, quarterbacks. Pressing the wide receivers, and just really getting good hits on guys, make them drop the ball, fumble the ball, or whatever. Get some forced fumbles in there, or whatever the case may be. Hopefully, we can do it to get it on our side and to help us get the victories. But there you see again, just to run down more statistics here overall. For this season. We'll get to the season awards here in just a bit. But yeah, for the most part, we're gonna see. Like I said, we'll see the teams that will be in the wild card, or going to be in the wild card, and we could be playing here coming up. But first, we'll go ahead and take a look here. I think the next thing is the top players of the week and top players of week 17, of course. were these players right here. And of course, Bell, there you see him, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Congratulations to him on that. A nice job there. Well deserved for him, as he has played like a beast. Now, for our annual awards, there you see Ben Roethlisberger, your NFL Player of the Year, Mr. MVP himself. There you see right behind him is, of course, Eli Manning there. Mike Tomlin is your player or your Coach of the Year. So congratulations to him on that award. You got Quinn there, the Falcons, who in real life are going to the Super Bowl. And then, of course, here you got the fictional character, Griffin Murphy, a.k.a. The head coach of the Patriots there. They're in third place. So go ahead and run the quick rundown here. Kawhi Mack, there you see AFC Defensive Player of the Year. Congratulations to him on that award. And then you see some of the other guys up for that award. Paxton Lynch, of course, your Rookie of the Year there on that side for the offenses there. The quarterback there for them. There you see the defensive rookie there for the Titans. And of course, we're going to try to see if we have any of our guys there, and it doesn't look like we have any. Ben Roethlisberger, there you see the best QB of the league. Nice job. You got Andy Dalton right behind him. You got Bortles and Brady. Forsett, there you see him for the Ravens. But in fifth place there, you see Bell right there. Yeah, nice job there. And hopefully we'll get him be up there next year. Allen Robinson, best wide receiver. And we'll see Marcus Wheaton there at number 4. There, and you can see Bryant at number 7 there inside the top 10 when it comes to, oh no, wait, we got Hayward Bay there at number 8 there. So we got 3 guys in the top 10 who next year could be front runners for those. David DeCastro, there you see for the best offensive line. You got Pouncey right there at number 2. And then you got Gilbert at number 5. And then you got Foster at 7. So nice job there. Representing our team very well. You see Mack again, the best defensive line. Nice job. One of the best DNs right now in the NFL right now. So definitely deserves that award there. He played very well here this past season. Brian Cushing, there you see the Texans 7-9 there. He is going to take that award there for the best linebacker. No Steelers there on that one, as like I said, our linebackers and secondaries there had a rough year going into this. We had glimmers of good times there, but at the same time, with the same for the most part here, we really got to work on that during the off season there, working on the defensive side of the ball. Now we'll look at the NFC. And you see Eli Manning, the offensive player of the year there. Defensive player, Luke Kuechly of the Panthers. Carson Wentz there, your rookie of the year for the National Football Conference. And then you see DeForest Buckner for defense. And now you see Eli, your best QB over there in the NFC. There you see Breeze and Stafford there right behind him. Adrian Peterson, there you see he is the best running back this season. He's actually had over 1,000 yards. He had the rushing title this year here in this season. And Alstead, there you see there for the Saints, looking very good there for offensive line, looking very sharp. Brandon Graham. There you see his numbers for best DL, best DN. There you see linebacker. The Bears. Richard Sherman there. There you see him for the best DB and the best kicker. There you see some of the names there for that. And congratulations. Now for the records for the NFL record books, Ben Roethlisberger 6,571 yards. Of course, Manning having that record before him. And then you look at TD passes. Manning just back in 2013 had 55. Well, now Ben has 57. So he beats both Manning and Brady on that. Of course, Manning's on this list now, twice? Peyton is. Eli's right there behind him, but far back, deep. Let's see. See any other? Receiving yards. There you see Johnson in 2012 had 1,964. Green has 2,126. And of course, he beat Jones and Rice there, who had it back in 2015, of course, in the 90s for Jerry Rice. Touchdown. There you see Green there with 20. He just needed 3 more. He got a tie with Randy Moss, who set the record back in 2007. Back in 2007. We'll see catches. Marvin Harrison there. Yeah. Mac, there you see, yes, the records there. 28 sacks for the season. So, congratulations to him on that. That should be a well-accomplished role. As you see, Marcus Strahan was the last person really in the last 20 years now who's got that record, and he set that back in 2001. Now we'll go ahead and move here to the standings. There you see 15-1 for us, 5-11 for the Bengals, 7-9 for the Ravens, and 4-12 for the Browns. The AFC North. Go ahead and move on to the AFC South. Jaguars 10-6. They'll be taking on the I forgot who they're taking on this week, but they are really hot right now, and that's a team we're definitely going to have to keep our eye on. Patriots, of course, moving on. There you see 12-4 for them. Dolphins 6-10, Bills 6-10, and Jets 5-11. Moving on here, and we'll go to the AFC West. Raiders and Chiefs are tied 9-1 because of the tiebreaker. The Raiders win that; they win the division there. Chargers 8-7, and the Broncos 3-13 after winning the Super Bowl just a year ago. Vikings 6-10, Lions 8-8, 6-10. 10-6, I should say, for the Vikings. 6-10 for the Packers, and 5-11 for the Bears. Falcons 12-4. Panthers 10-6. Excuse me. Saints 10-6, and the Bucks are 3-12. So those are your standings. Go to the NFC East. Giants 10-6. Cowboys 8-8. Redskins 8-8. Eagles 6-10. A really bad year here for the Cowboys. Of course, unlike in real life, the Cowboys were just having a great year with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. And then the NFC West, you have the Seahawks there, 8-7. Rams 7-8. 49ers 7-9. And the Cardinals 6-10 to finish up the standings. Now, going to the playoffs here, we'll go to the wild card round. You got the Chiefs going to Jacksonville. You got the Saints going to Minnesota. And, of course, the Bengals and Raiders, which I mentioned earlier. Those two are going to be playing. And then the Panthers going to Seahawks. Now, I believe if the Raiders... the Raiders win, which they do there, it's 28-0 against the Bengals. They'll have to face it. So one of those two teams we would have to face. I'm really kind of glad that we don't face the Bengals because that would have been really a tough, really, really tough game. But I think the Raiders will just be just as tough as they are division winners, and we'll face them. KC loses there in Jacksonville by 20-10. Their final score 27-24 between the Saints and Vikings. Vikings will move on, and your final score between the Seahawks and Panthers. Seahawks 30, Panthers 24. So Seahawks will move on to the next round, along with the Raiders, Vikings, and Jags. So next week we'll be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers will be taking on the Raiders. All Raiders. And we'll see other games. We'll see Seahawks, Falcons, Jaguars at Patriots, and Vikings at Giants. So really good games there. Really good matchup. A really surprising matchup there with the Jaguars there. That right there is going to be an interesting matchup between them and the Patriots. You got of course Tom Brady there, who's going to be really tested against them because. Like I said, they are a hot team. Looking at some of their games there in the last couple of weeks, they have really been putting up some really surprising numbers there, and they're really fighting for to be alive in the playoffs. So, coming up in the next episode, we have the 9-7. Yes, the 9-7 from the regular season Raiders, who had a really good game there against the Bengals, winning that game 28-0. And we'll see what they'll do against us, who we are currently 15-1. So, coming up in the next episode, which will be the divisional round, which will be episode 19, we'll see what the Raiders can do here in the Steel City. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscription button. Follow us also on the social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. Links are down below in the description. You guys can get the latest news on what's going on the channel and what is going on in the world of sports. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for another video here coming up here on the channel. So thank you guys so much, and as always, keep yourselves really healthy, and I will see you guys next time.